Smitten Kitten is not a terrible Tom and Jerry cartoon. I'm struggling to review it with a balanced mind because I'm not a big fan of clip shows or cartoons that are heavily made up of previous cartoons. Obviously, I'm aware of the fact that in 1952, when this was released, there was no such thing as content on demand. These cartoons that are featured in this might have aired months, maybe even years before this one, and that people might not have seen them in a long time. So recapping is perfectly fine. And it's not fair to me to say it's rubbish that they've just used cartoons they've used before, because I live in a world where I can binge watch Tom and Jerry as much as I want. That wasn't the case. But I want to make it clear that that is something that I do not personally like. That being said, I think the clips were very well edited together. And all of the clips feature Tom wooing or trying to romance a particular cat, largely the same cat, multiple times. We see Toots quite a lot. I really like Toots as a character, particularly when they utilise her in different environments. I do think the first clip that they used, and I'll talk about how they bring those clips about in a moment, but I think the first clip they used went on a bit too long. I think after that they used short extracts from clips, and it was quite quick and concise and easy to follow. But the one at the beach, I think they used too much of, and it just dragged on a bit too much. But the rest of the clips were absolutely fine. I feel like they were a good length. So the bits in between the clips, we have Jerry's little devil. And this is a little green mouse with little horns, who's a little bit smaller than Jerry, and who's there to tell Jerry that he shouldn't let Tom, you know, deal with Tom being in love, because Jerry always ends up getting the worst of it. Whatever happens with Tom's romantic life, Jerry is always put out. For example, we see him being used as a slave and things, and his devil is teaching him these things and saying, Tom's in love again, so you better run, because this is going to happen again. And I like that. I like the fact that there's a clear narrative to weave together all of these different sub-narratives. And I didn't mind that at all. I actually really loved the devil. I think the devil, voiced by Pat McGeehan, I think the devil mouse was actually pretty brilliant. And I think that's why I don't like, for example, the beach clip, which was a lot longer, because it meant we were getting less of the devil mouse. And that's a shame, because I really liked this character. So it's not terrible. I'm judging it as a product of its time. I think it used some decent clips, and for the most part, they were edited in quite nicely, apart from the one that I mentioned, that was just a bit too long. Watching it now, I liked the devil mouse. I wish we had more of him. Maybe if I hadn't binge watched Tom and Jerry over the last 6 months or a year or whatever it's been, then maybe I'd feel differently. But yeah, it's not bad, but it's definitely never going to be a favourite.